Deep in a forgotten corner of the universe, nestled between luminous fungi and trees taller than skyscrapers, lay the village of Xillia. Not a village of wood and stone, but one woven from living light. Golden beings, their scales catching the shimmering glow, moved with a grace unlike any earthly lizard. They were the Xylarians, tenders of the forest, keepers of its radiant beauty. Their eyes, large and black as moonless nights, held ancient wisdom, a deep understanding of the interconnectedness of all things. Xillia pulsed with a life force rarely seen. Vines, thick as a man's arm, snaked around the luminous trees, their leaves unfurling in a kaleidoscope of colors. The air hummed with the whisper of 1,000 unseen creatures, their bioluminescent patterns painting fleeting constellations on the forest floor. Waterfalls, cascading from cliffs high above, crashed into pools below, each droplet reflecting the myriad hues of the forest canopy. And above it all, a sky ablaze with swirling nebulae, a constant reminder of the wonders that lay beyond. The Xylarians, though reptilian in appearance, possessed a gentleness, a quiet grace. Their voices, soft clicks and whistles, carried on the wind, blending with the rustling leaves and the gurgling of unseen streams. They moved through their luminous world with reverence, their every action a testament to their deep connection with the forest. For to the Xylarians, the forest was more than just a home. It was an extension of themselves, a living, breathing entity with which they shared an ancient and sacred bond. The pride of Xillia and the source of much of its radiant beauty were the flowers. Towers of vibrant color, they reached heights unimaginable on any terrestrial world. Their petals, each one a work of art, unfurled in a dazzling array of shapes and sizes. Some shimmered with an inner light, casting shifting patterns on the forest floor. Others pulsed with a gentle rhythm, their colors deepening and fading in sync with the rise and fall of the alien moon. The Xylarians tended to these floral giants with a care bordering on reverence. Their long, slender fingers, tipped with delicate claws, moved with practiced ease as they coaxed the plants to grow ever taller, ever more vibrant. They sang to the flowers, their voices blending with the hum of the forest, ancient melodies passed down through generations, melodies that spoke of growth and renewal, of the delicate balance between nature's bounty and the needs of its children. The planting of the seeds was a sacred ritual, one performed under the watchful eyes of the elders. The seeds themselves, large and opalescent, pulsed with a life force that could be felt through the Xylarian scales. Each seed was carefully placed in the fertile soil, a prayer whispered over it, a wish for continued growth and prosperity. And as the seeds sprouted, pushing their way up through the luminous undergrowth, the village celebrated. For each new bloom was a testament to their connection with the forest, a promise of continued beauty and abundance. The Xylarians lived in harmony with their surroundings, their lives a tranquil cycle of tending and celebration. But even in this idyllic world there were visitors, beings from beyond the shimmering canopy, who played a vital role in the forest's continued existence. They were the Sky Singers, as the Xylarians called them, beings of pure light and energy who descended from the swirling nebulae above. To the Xylarians, they were angels, messengers from the celestial realms. The Sky Singers, bathed in a cool azure light, possessed an ethereal beauty that captivated the Xylarians. Their forms, constantly shifting and changing, resembled winged humanoids, their long flowing hair trailing behind them like wisps of smoke. They communicated through music, their voices a chorus of chimes and bells, each note resonating with the very essence of the forest. Their visits were always cause for celebration, for they brought with them something precious: seeds. Not just any seeds, but the seeds of the giant flowers, seeds that could only be found in the heart of the nebulae, where the very fabric of space-time was thin. The Sky Singers gathered these seeds, their journey long and perilous, and brought them to the Xylarians, a gesture of friendship, a testament to the bond that existed between their two peoples. And as the Sky Singers descended, their azure light bathing the forest in an otherworldly glow, the Xylarians would gather, their hearts filled with gratitude and awe. One day, a strange stillness settled over Xillia. The usual symphony of the forest, the rustling leaves, the chirping insects, even the whisper of the wind all seemed to fade away. The air, usually alive with 1,000 scents, grew heavy, thick with anticipation. The Zalarians, sensing a shift in the balance of their world, gathered in the village center, their eyes drawn to the sky. The once vibrant nebulae had dimmed, obscured by a swirling mass of dark clouds. A storm was coming, but this was no ordinary storm. The first drops of rain, large and heavy, felt different on their scales, charged with an unfamiliar energy. The wind picked up, howling through the trees, its voice a mournful cry. The forest floor, usually awash in bioluminescence, grew dark, the glowing plants dimming as if in fear. And then, through the howling wind and the driving rain, came a sound that sent shivers down the Xylarian spines. A low rumbling hum growing steadily louder, shaking the very foundations of their world. Looking up, they saw a sight that filled them with a mixture of trepidation and awe. A shape, massive and imposing, was descending from the storm clouds. It was a ship, larger than any they had ever seen, its smooth, metallic hull reflecting the lightning that flashed across the sky. This was no ordinary visitor. This was something ancient and powerful, something that spoke of journeys across unimaginable distances, of civilizations beyond their wildest dreams. As the ship settled to the ground, its engines winding down with a sigh that seemed to echo through the forest, the Xylarians felt a primal fear grip their hearts. What did this mean? Was this the end of their peaceful existence, or was it the beginning of something new, something wonderful and terrible all at once?